What's up, everybody? This is Information Man and this is Info Media. Welcome to the channel. This is a tips and strategy for YouTube. If you're a new YouTuber or you're someone that's been on YouTube for a while, you're trying to figure out how to get your channel off the ground and get it moving forward, you stepped to the right channel, because I'm going to give you some of the insights that you need to know to build your channel, to be successful with YouTube if you follow specific types of strategies. Today, I'm going to give you about 5 particular strategies that all the best of them out there have said works. Now, a lot of people will tell you that you need to focus on your keyword search, your titles, and your thumbnails. Very, very true. But there's one area that I believe, in my opinion, not just in my opinion, but I think it's tried and true. And I think the first thing you need to do is you need to spend more time researching. A lot of times people jump on YouTube and they create a channel and they're going 100 miles per hour and they haven't figured out what's their niche. They don't understand how certain things work. They're kind of lost in the shuffle. There are a lot of YouTubers out there that do the sort of strategy and education like I'm doing right now will tell you just to take a camera, take your cell phone, just start shooting videos and voila. I say wrong, don't do that. This is why. I think you need to sit back and observe and assess what works on YouTube and what doesn't work on YouTube. There's an old saying, a wise man learns from the mistakes of others and a fool learns from his own mistakes. What do I mean by that? I think you should take the time to do research about how YouTube works. First thing you should do is examine and watch some of your top YouTubers out there, what they're doing right, what doesn't work, because they tell you what works and what does not work, what does work, excuse me. So once you can kind of assess the lay of the land as to what works and what doesn't work, now you can start understanding, what type of niche should I go into? What type of YouTube channels have the most success? If my goal on YouTube is to create a successful channel, get a lot of subscribers, get monetized, make passive income, I need to figure out what's working on YouTube and what does not work so I can avoid the pitfalls and those mistakes. So I would study like the thumbnails, understanding how thumbnails work, the importance of color science, how when it comes to thumbnails, what you need to put in those thumbnails. And I'm going to get right back to that in just a moment here, because part of understanding how to create your thumbnails and your title comes out of your research, taking notes, watching the best channel. Now, I'm not saying that you should just don't do that. Copy other YouTubers completely. That's not a good thing, because people will see that you're not genuine. What you want to do is you want to observe what they're doing that works, whether it be having music in your videos, having words running across the screen, certain call to action that you want people to be aware of. Watch how they edit their videos, how they present their videos, and see if you can present that same sort of technique, but do it with your own personality, your own persona. Bring something new to YouTube. That's what sets you apart, will set you apart from other people. So don't copy off other YouTubers, but simply carve out a niche for yourself with your personality and let it go from there. So I think that's what separates you. Got to figure out how can you do that niche better than anyone else is doing it to set yourself apart. That's very important. So doing that type of research and figuring out the mechanics of YouTube will, I think, give you a better leg up over other people who have just jumped on the platform and they have no idea what they're doing. And that research is understanding, okay, once again, how to make the thumbnails, how to go into titles, choosing a niche that works. I want to just repeat that because that's very, very important for people to understand. Let's go into using titles that are very compelling. That's key. You have to think of yourself like you're a director, you're a producer. You got to think about headlines. What attracts people? That's part of the research. What attracts people on YouTube to people's videos? Well, titles are very important because people are attracted to what they read as well as what they see with the thumbnails. That will be another added component to your title. So, for example, sometimes there's titles like I'm gonna do this title right now as it relates to YouTube. why you have to watch this video right now before you create a YouTube channel. So you want to hit them with a compelling title, a compelling statement. Warning before you do this. This is dangerous, boom. Before you crack open your YouTube channel, make sure you do A, B, and C, boom. You want to get people's attention with a title that speaks louder than the words that it's written, as it's written. So you want to capture people's imagination with your title. And then after capturing their imagination with a compelling title, a warning, a call to action type of title, don't do this before you watch this sort of stuff. Now you've got the thumbnail. And thumbnails are important because the thumbnail should reflect the title as the title should reflect the thumbnail. These are key things about thumbnails, and I talked about this about color science. Go and Google color science, and color science or color psychology, let me correct that, sort of breaks down what type of colors solicit certain feelings from people. So when you make your thumbnail, you want to think about what sort of colors will catch people's attention, what sort of colors will make people feel a certain way. You want to have bold titles on your thumbnail, not small words, but bold titles. And from what I understand, when it comes to YouTube, it's good to have objects in your thumbnail that are familiar to people. And the most objects that you want to put on your thumbnail is maybe 1, 2 to 3 objects in your thumbnail at the very most. What a compelling title, compelling caption. And I think what also works very well, and they've done studies on this. I think people, it's not that I think, it's a fact. People respond when they see people's faces on the thumbnail. When they see a familiar face, such as an athlete, a celebrity, or just someone's facial expression. So whether you have an expression where you're mad, you're sad, you're happy, those sort of titles will catch people's attention because now it tells a story as to, wow, what am I getting into with this video? This seems kind of compelling, kind of exciting. And keep this in mind, when people click on your video, or first thing that they're gonna see, even before they see your title, is they're gonna see your thumbnail. That's the first impression. When we talk about YouTube and how you want to get impressions on YouTube, the first impression is your thumbnail. The next impression is that title that they see that reflects the thumbnail and will cause them to click that particular thumbnail to go into your video because it's something that they got to see what's going on. So understand those combinations: facial expression on the thumbnails, putting a familiar face on the thumbnails, maybe putting 1 or 2 or 3 familiar objects, such as if I'm doing a video on what are the best cameras or lenses that you should use, then I want a thumbnail that not only has myself on the thumbnail, but I want to have a camera on the thumbnail or a lens on the thumbnail, something that people are familiar with. People tend to click on thumbnails that they're familiar with the objects on those thumbnails, or the caption is very powerful. You use a bold lettering, red caption. People really respond to the color red. You can do this test for yourself when you look at your browser on YouTube. Just do a test and see what videos your eyes gravitate to. And I bet you there's certain colors, bright colors, warm colors, that solicit a certain feeling. And seeing a person's face on that thumbnail really captures the attention as well. So think about how you structure your thumbnail, nice colors, bold print where people can actually see, because you got to think about this. Most people, young people, everybody in the world, they do most of their YouTubing on their cell phones. So you want to make sure that your thumbnail is very legible and they can definitely see it on their cell phones. They're using cell phones a lot more to watch your content than they are even the tablets or the desktop computer. Keep that in mind. The next thing you want to do is keyword search, and you've heard about keyword search. Keyword search is very important. So therefore, when you do your research on what you want your channel to be about, you come up with thumbnails to reflect the title. Now you want to make sure that that title is a title that will solicit great keyword search. And one of the ways that you can get assistance in doing this is either signing up for something like TubeBuddy. I think TubeBuddy has a free version, and there's a $9 version, which would be the pro version. And then of course you have vidIQ. And these are platforms or sites, let me say, that will assist you in making YouTubing a lot easier when it comes to tags, when it comes to finding titles that could rank in search. And so when you come up with a keyword search, that allows you to find a title that you've come up with that people will be searching for. Because remember, this is very important. YouTube is the second largest search engine outside of Google, and we know that Google owns YouTube. So you got to think about what people are searching for when they go on YouTube. You want to make titles, keyword type titles, keyword search titles that people are looking for in the particular niche that you have chosen for yourself. Okay. Now, another area that I want you to see that I think is very important, and this is Incarnato. I want you to watch this for a moment, folks, and here we go. Okay, everybody. So right here, this is Incarnato. And part of doing, as I spoke before, your research on YouTube, but when it really comes to keyword search, is that there's a little gem here. Incarnato is a gem for YouTubers, because if you, once you go into your Incarnato in your computer, this will allow you to be able to see what people are searching for. So let me show you right now. So now we're into YouTube. And right there, you have the bar for search. And let's see, let's put in here how to. I'll put that in bold letters. And as you can see, it gives you a complete list of what people are looking for on YouTube right now. How to tie a tie, how to draw, how to delete Instagram account, how to get free Robux, how to wrap a GIF. Now, if we say how to YouTube, there you go. And I'll put that in there like that, a little bit more. Boom, bam. How to YouTube channel create, how to YouTube video download in a gallery, how to YouTube video download, how to YouTube video upload, how to YouTube channel verify, how to YouTube channel. So all of this is giving you some insight, how to YouTube shorts, how to YouTube subscribe. So what this does is this gives you some insight into what people are looking for so that you can create a fantastic, compelling title that fits into what people are looking for when you put anything into the Incarnato bar within YouTube. And let's pull out of that right now. So that's sort of what Incarnato will do for you when it comes to your research and figuring out how to come up with titles to research what people are actually looking for in your particular niche that you are involved in. You can put your particular niche in that bar and see what happens, see what comes up for yourself. So there you have it. Okay, everybody. So I hope that you got something out of that particular breakdown of Incarnato. It's very effective on allowing you to have some insight into what people are looking for on YouTube, so that you can come up with the best titles and also work on your keyword search. I would say my advice to you when it comes to the keyword search is to think about signing up for something like TubeBuddy or vidIQ, because those two platforms will provide you assistance in creating and giving you the data that is necessary to understand whether the title that you have is going to be a good title that will give your video ranking within the YouTube algorithm. And keep this in mind, this is very important. I'll be doing a video about this as well. When you look at the YouTube algorithm really consists of what? It's a system in which it's serving up videos that are of a quality, that are doing well, that it believes and it knows that the audience is looking for. So YouTube is about giving videos to the public that the public wants to consume. So if you're concerned about why you have not been getting a lot of views on your video, you have to ask yourself, are you doing videos with titles that people are looking to watch and want to watch? Are you in the right niche? Should you niche down? Should you make some adjustments? These are decisions that you're going to have to make, because that's just the way YouTube works. It sends out your video to people who may want to watch that video if it's a video of one quality and a video that has a title, I'm going to say this again, that people are looking for. YouTube wants to push videos that people are looking for with trends and topics that compel the audience. With that said, this is Info Media. Thank you. Cheers to you all out there watching. And I hope I say this again, and I want you to watch another video. Thank you.